everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tinman here. Now, with my ever-growing love of horror DVDs and wanting to expand my DVD horror collection, because one day, I keep going on about this, but one day they will be worth something. Not that that's a reason to buy them, because I'll never sell them anyway, but I think one day DVDs will become mega collectible, just like what VHS is like now. Ask Liam about the VHS. Prices now are just insane. Big box X rentals, wow, go through the roof with price. So, with me wanting to expand more and buy more, I've been looking. Some online, some on the shops. So, this is what I got, and I want to share it with you. First one. Trick or Treat. Now, I've seen this, but I can't remember it. I can't remember it whatsoever. I don't know why. I have seen it, but it was a long time. I think when it first came out, what was it, 2007? Something like that? Yeah, 2007. Good guess. So I've seen it, but I can't really remember it. And I was like, I want to give it a go because I love the horror anthology thing, you know, with the, well, I say Halloween 3, but you know what I mean? What Halloween 3 was supposed to be. And like Tales from the Dark Side and Twilight. Is it Twilight Zone? Was it more of an anthology thing? Yeah, I think Twilight Zone was. God, it's been years since I've seen that. So I picked it up. These are dead cheap. That's the beauty about horror DVDs, is they are cheap as chips. Certain ones are anyway. This was. So yeah, picked it up. Trick or Treat. I'll give it a rewatch. It's been absolutely ages since I watched it. It's 4 short stories. Can't really go wrong. Bryan Singer presents. Oh, but I like some of his films, to be fair. So yeah, we'll give it a go. So yeah, just a basic disc. But yeah, Trick or Treat, man. I thought, you know, for cheap as chips, I want to give it another go. I've got some of the shirts from Hell on Shirts, but I was like, I need to rewatch it. So, number 1. So there you go. Number 2. Been after this for a while. These aren't exactly super expensive. I'm just trying to catch them for a decent price. So it was the horror classics from Anchor Bay. Phantasm. Yes. Been after this for a while. Part of the Phantasm box set, you get all 4, and you get the tall man going across on each one. I had an opportunity to get all 4 or 3 of this box set at least, and then I was on eBay and I did something or whatever, you know, you wake up and you go, ah, missed it. So anyway, that went. So anyway, this came up on eBay, just the first one. I was like, I've got to have it. I'm trying to do an Anchor Bay collection, not a full one because there's loads, but my favourite Anchor Bays, and I will do I keep saying this, I will do an Anchor Bay unboxing of what I've got. I've got quite a few, to be fair, but this was one that I wanted. What I love about it is the Anchor Bay logo is in red. Now, if that's the horror classics, that's the reason why, I don't know. But the fact it was in red rather than the standard blue, like most of the Army Darkness ones have there, I thought, well, I want to get it. And that artwork, look at that, great. Look at that, Phantasm on the back. Boy, so good. Such a good... I I'd never seen this before we did our episode on it, so my love for it has definitely, you know, has grown since. So, there we go. Tall man on the inside. Look at that. Nice. Yeah. Where the dead are no longer that way. Weirdly put, but okay. Yeah. Anyway. Had to have Phantasm. I think it was like £1. I can say no, am I? So there you go, Phantasm. I'll be watching that soon as well. This one was £1. Now I can get this in HMV for $5.99, but when I saw it for £1 on eBay, I was like, yes please. Not that I need another version, but Evil Dead 2, a repressing or reissuing. It's not a pressing. It's not like vinyl, is it? But I love this because it has the classic skull, but it's got red eyes and it's got a red cover. Nothing special about it at all, just the fact that it has different font. It's Evil Dead 2. Everyone loves Evil Dead 2. On the back, all your normal gumph. What we got, special features, audio commentary with Sam Raimi, Scott Spiegel, Bruce Campbell and Greg Nicotero. Well, that's worth the price of admission alone. Yeah, just your box standard Evil Dead 2. Just for collection, really, because I'm trying to build an Evil Dead collection. Evil Dead trilogy collection. Well, it's not trilogy now because of the new films. But yeah, £1. Couldn't say no. Evil Dead 2, classic. Look at that image. Look at that. Great. Oh, excuse me. This one was also £1. I think the guy, when he sold it, think he put it up for £1. He had 2 for sale. He had one for £7.99 and one for £1. I did the old last minute bidding on eBay type thing. I always do that. Last 4 seconds, boop, bid. If I win it, I win it. If I don't, I don't. Fair enough. And I won it, and then I didn't hear anything for ages. So I had to message him and go, "Yo, you've sent that? Oh, let me just check for you." Next minute, it was marked as posted. So he was trying, whether he'd forgot, or he or she, or I don't know, whether they forgot or they just were literally like, "I won't send it. Let's see if they message." Well, me being me, I did. So anyway, it arrived, and I got. Is it German version? I think it's the German version. Looks it. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Look at that cover art. That is cool. Like I say, I'm trying to get as many Halloween 3 versions as I can. Rob from Hell on Shirts is doing exactly the same thing, and hats off to him because he's got some absolute crackers in his collection. But this one here, I thought that's just got to be got, just for the fact you've got this, the pumpkin. You've got the hand coming out, which is different. I can't even read what it says on the top, but it's got Season of the Witch, and look down the bottom, the kids, the silhouette. Oh, so good. Love Halloween 3. Yep. Stuff on the back, all in German. I think it's German. I can't really read it. What I love about it is, look on the spine. Jack-o'-lantern and the skull, top and bottom. Oh, that makes it extremely cool. Love it. Yeah, I don't know who it's by. Who's it by? Another World. Is that Entertainment? God, I haven't got my glasses on. I think it's Another World Entertainment, something like that. Yeah, Another World Entertainment. Still, 99p. You literally can't go wrong. Splatter, horror, action, cult. All these different ones we've never heard of. Look at that. Oh, Martyrs. Oh, we love Martyrs. Great movie. Disturbing. Hard to watch, but a great movie. Yeah, loads of different stuff I've never heard of. Cool. Another one for the collection. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. This one, another one that was super cheap. I wanted this for years, but this film, still to this day, scares me shitless. Which one is it, you ask? Amityville 2, The Possession. Hands down, creeps me out. Really, really, really does. This one, I think Liam agrees with me on this, that this one is I mean, that whole Amityville thing is supposed to have been, it's all a bit fake about the Lutz family, but the stuff with the DeFeo stuff, the family beforehand, no, that's real. So that's, you know what I mean? So there is definitely something with that house. Definitely. I don't care what anyone says. There's definitely something with that house. And this, number 2, it's something about number 2, man. Really, really creeps me out. Really creeps me out. There's not many films that creep me out. There's a scene in the gate that creeps me out when the builder comes through. Yeah? And then he has his eyes open and then he breaks out. That used to scare the life out of me. It's probably shonky now, considering I haven't seen it in years and years. But that creeps me out. And the same with American Werewolf in London. The howling on the moors and a few scenes in the movie, like when it's in the tube and you can see it coming. Oh, it's just terrifying. Terrifying. And this, again, was one of those films. I don't know why, but I used to watch this over and over. I loved being scared. That's what horror movies are about, isn't it? So yeah, definitely needed this. I've got the first one. Now I need Amityville 2, The Possession. There's so many different versions you can get, and I just picked one. I was like, pick one. Who's it by? Castle Entertainment. Castle Home Video. Never heard of it. But yeah, number 2, man. Number 2. Absolutely terrifying. DVD. What you got? Oh, it's got a bit of gumph and a bit of story about it there. Oh, didn't know that. I'll have to read that up. Bloody hell. Oof. Ooh. So yeah, this is the prequel, isn't it? So this is supposed to be... Is it based on the Defoe family? Before the Lucky Lutz family, the Luckless Lutz family, the sequel to the original Amityville Horror. I don't know if it's... I think the story is based on the DeFeos, but I think the names have been changed. But yeah, terrifying anyway. Anyway, definite big one in the horror collection. 100%. Right. Got both of these in CEX. Walked in one day, went upstairs to the DVD collection, section, shall we say. And very slowly, if you notice this now, if you're into any type of like even gaming or anything like that, is that older collections are just shrinking. So your DVD used to be like wow, across the whole of the store. Now it's like there, and you've got your pound ones there, which are all crap, you know, all your comedy nonsense. But they have an A to Z, and I always look and I always go, nope, 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 nope. Sometimes they have these horrible reprinted covers. They actually says on the corner, reprinted cover. Why would you bother? I mean, well, not so much why would you bother. Why would you bother buying it with a reprinted cover? I don't understand it. I picked up Halloween 4. I was like, cool, I haven't got this version in the corner, cover reprinted. Whoop, straight back. Not interested. Not interested. Need the real deal or not at all. Anyway, I digress. I'm in there and I see both of these and I literally was like, what? And I think I got them both for £6. So basically I got House. Anchor Bay version of House, which I didn't realise till I got home, which is even better. So now I watched this recently. It's on YouTube in full, and I watched it the other week. And I used to watch this a lot as a kid, really did, and never really used to scare me, but I was always intrigued by it. You know what I mean? Because it's just a weird film. I watched it the other week, and it's a bit like, whoo. It's not as great as I remember, but it's nostalgically good, if you know what I mean. The best part is, I'm going to get it for you now, is since being into metal and hardcore and stuff like that, you tell me if his mate at the end, it's Sergeant D. He's absolutely, there's, you know, when was it out? 85? Doesn't even say on here. God, don't know. Anyway, it's Sergeant D, isn't it? His mate who comes back. It's literally Sergeant D. And now, if you don't know Sergeant D, Stormtroopers of Death, go check him out. Great band. If you like Anthrax, then you'll like these because it's the same dude from Anthrax. So yeah, so I saw this and I was like, oh, House. And it was two films for £6. I was like, I ain't saying no to this. So there you go. On the back there, I always was, and do you know what as well? I always loved that, the front cover of the hand, because it's all the severed flesh and stuff like that, and it's the zombie hand. This was one of those DVDs that when it was a VHS, I used to live in a little town back in Wales, and there was a tiny little corner shop, and in the corner shop, like a newsagent's, but in the corner, when you walked in, there was a wall like that and a wall like that, and that was all VHS, and that's how I watched all my films growing up, is I go into that store and I'd rent a VHS. I got Back to the Future from there, I remember it, and Ghostbusters I went to the cinema, but I would have re-rented Ghostbusters, and this was there. I never rented it because I was too young, but I'd look at the covers and it'd be like, look at that. You know, when me mum or whatever wasn't sort of looking, when they were doing something over there, I'd pull it and then do a proper look, and I'd look at the back and be like, oh, and you'd put it back quick because it was like, oh, you're not allowed to look at them. Just, oh, good times, good times. One thing I will say is that I've got 2 older daughters who are grown up now. They remember me taking them to Blockbuster, and I love that they remember that, because it's gone now, isn't it? There's nothing left. I loved going to the video store. I say video store, the DVD, you know, Blockbuster, and you know, kids go off and go find what you want, and you'd be there browsing yourself while they were looking down their section, or the kids section or whatever, and you'd be there looking at horrors and stuff like that, or thrillers, you know, and the little out of stock little tab on it. Oh, I miss those days. I do miss those days. Everyone does. Anyone who went to Blockbuster as a kid, or had a video store story, or did that, it's just a forgotten thing, and I miss it. I really, really do. And maybe that's another reason why I like collecting these, because it's a nostalgic trip back. Do you remember when you used to see the front cover of this in the video store? Oh, yeah, exactly. So yeah, had to get that. I was well impressed with it. So, what I love about this was produced by Sean S. Cunningham. I couldn't remember this as a kid, you know, and directed by Steve Miner, who did, obviously, he did Friday the 13th as well, didn't he? Did the third one? I think he did the third one. I might be wrong, but yeah, look at that, and it's Anchor Bay, so cannot go wrong. So Anchor Bay DVD, and I think that's your, yeah, it's just your chapter selection, a little bit about the story. Like I say, it's been it hasn't aged well, but it's still a good little horror to have anyway. So yeah, House, great. theatrical trailers, photo stills, the making of House featurette, commentaries. Not bad. That's Anchor Bay though for you. They always have some good, decent extras for you. So there you go. Number 2 was House 2. There we go. Now, same again. It was the same thing. It was the hand, isn't it? It's the image. It was another one of those VHS pull them off and be like, oh my god. Now I've not seen number 2 for years, and I can't really remember it. I remember, you can just see him on the back. I remember the old guy. That's all I remember. I don't even no, I know nothing about it. The second story, it's got even weirder. And what I love about these two is they're both special edition. For some reason, number 2 looks like someone's had a chew on that one. It's like, someone's had a go with that because the plastic's all knackered, but that's cosmetic, it doesn't matter. What I love about this is they completely got it wrong. So if you look at number 1 and you read the back, blah, 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 who's in who, blah, 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 produced by Sean S. Cunningham, directed by Steve Miner. Okay. This one is directed by Ethan Wiley, but on the back it says, produced by Sean S. Cunningham, directed by Stephen Miner. So they've obviously just reprinted the same one and not even looked, because it's not even the right thing. And this one's just got your theatrical trailer. That's all it has. It hasn't got the extras on this, really. But yeah, House 2, man. Give it a go. Same stuff on the inside, and I think it's going to be the same. Scene selection, yeah. There you go. Also available. Look at that. Classic. Halloween 4, 5, House, Madman, Halloween, Evil Dead. Great. Absolute great. Be nice to revisit these again. Don't know if I'm going to be enjoying them as much, but there you go. Right. This, the last thing I got recently. So, in my new band I'm in, I've got a great bass player we call H. Yeah, he's a great guy, and he said to me a while back, messaged me on our little band group, and he's like, have you got Return of the Living Dead on VHS? And I was like, no, actually I don't. And he goes, well, I've got one if you want one. He sent me a picture, and I was like, yes please. I'm not a massive VHS fan, it's Liam that's a VHS, although a few weeks back I messaged him I said, I've been on eBay and I've been looking, and Ghostbusters is only a couple of quid and this is only this, and I was like, oh no, stop, what are you doing? You've got enough as it is. Yeah, I've got a few old VHSs from back in the day, all the Alien ones and stuff like that, but don't be getting into VHS. I got no means of playing it. You know, I'd have to go buy myself a little portable telly and a little VHS player. No, don't be daft. But if someone's going to give me something in Return of the Dead, I'm going to say yes. And I did. So when we went to band practice, right, I turn up and we do our meet and greets, and how you do, and we all like, oh, big hugs, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Half Italian, so I hug everyone. And he comes up to me and he goes, hey dude, he goes, do you want a party? And I went, what do you mean? He goes, and he handed me that and he went, it's party time. I was like, yes! So there you go. So he's very, very kindly gifted me the tartan version of the Return of the Living Dead, which is super special edition widescreen. You remember that on all the old VHSs, the big widescreen thing? I think I've got it on an Alien one here. Is it here the same? Yeah, look, I've got it on my Alien one. Big, massive widescreen. In fact, on the back, look at the size of that. Special edition widescreen. Oh, great. I've got a cracking little Alien collection, Alien VHS collection, but that is well smart. I just love it. It's that classic image. It's VHS. It's still amazing. From the creator of Alien and Total Recall, it has that on there. I love that. HMV $11.99. Still got the price tag on it. I ain't taking it off. No way. Look at that on the back. So cool. Great. The spine as well. Amazing. It'll look great in a collection. VHS looks absolutely bob on. He said, I've even rewound it for you. Rewound it. Yeah, that's the right word. Even rewound it for... doing it again. He put it back to the beginning for me. Spot on. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, like I say, I'm not a VHS guy, but this attention to this detail of how they did this was great. All going for about the film, picture of Tinman, picture of Dan O'Bannon, your filmography of Dan O'Bannon, and even gives you the track listings of all the music. How good's that? And this version, Tartan, has, let's have a look here now, what is it? Deadbeat Dance by the Damned, which isn't on the other DVD version. So this is a beautiful, rare treat to have. Really is. So I was made up that my mate H gave me that, because that's, you know, being a fan. Yes, please. So there you go. The last thing was when I did. We went to HorrorCon. Oh God, a while back now. I've already done an unboxing of what I got, all my horror stuff from HorrorCon, but I left this in. I think I got these from me mate Gary Smart. He gifted me these beautiful autographs, and because I didn't want to wreck them, I put them in Liam's book. Closed the book up. Off we went. I went home and went, I've left the autographs. Damn. Anyway, picked them up. Been to see Liam. Picked them up. Brought them home. So now I'm going to show you them. A bit late, but I'm going to show you them. So Gary Smart, big friend of Don Calfer, the late great Don Calfer, R.I.P. Absolute legend. He acquired a load of his autographs, and he gifted me a couple of these. So, first one was that classic scene. Anyone who comes near gets swallowed up. But two absolute legends in there. Spider's there as well. Well, not Spider, but you know what I mean. Nunez Jr. But two absolute legends who are no longer with us. R.I.P. Absolute legends. But it's signed by Don Calfer himself. And he did sign these as well. So it's just nice to have a proper quality picture. Proper picture. Kodak Royal Digital paper. So it's a proper one. And it's signed by Don Calfer. Amazing. As a Return Living Dead nut. Beautiful for the collection. Absolutely. So there's the first one. Because Gary laid them out and he's like, which ones do you want? It was like, he had some from Weekend at Bernie's, and you know, and it was like, well, I've got to get Return of the Dead ones, of course. So, and these were the two I chose, and this one as well. Spider, isn't it? And the half corpse, isn't it? Oh, and he signed it again. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful image. So good. Brains, brains, brains. You can just hear it, can't you? So yeah, the late great Don Calfer. He signed both of these. I'm so happy to have these in the collection. I don't have many autographs. I've got Tom Matthews when I met him, and now I've got Don Calfer. Obviously, I can't get obviously the people who we've lost, unfortunately. But it'd be nice to get them, whoever's left eventually. But yeah, but there you go. That is my latest collection of horror stuff. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed telling you about it. I'm definitely going to sit down and rewatch some of these DVDs. Some absolute gems. And if anyone knows anything about the old Anchor Bay stuff that, you know, I'm missing, let me know. Let us know in the comments. Speak to us on the socials. More the merrier. So until next time, people, stay safe, stay tuned, stay sick. Tinman, out.